As Blue as Indigo by Tigercub. So this was their second most recent album from 2021. And I decided to give it a listen because I enjoyed their recent one, Perfume of Decay, and I just reviewed it on the channel. So I decided to give this one a listen through to kind of see what's going on. And what I noticed about this one is this album isn't as consistent as Perfume of Decay. So what I've noticed, this one has some really, really good riffs on it, some banging songs, but it also has some quite, like, a few songs which I'd consider to be like a miss. And I've written like some notes on all the songs. But yeah, so I'll do like a track by track. So I'll start off with As Blue as Indigo. So what I've got for that one, it's pretty heavy, and it actually reminds me of a certain Muse song. I'm not sure what the Muse song is called. I think it's on thingy Absolution, but I can't remember the name. But it kind of sounds like that song. But it's heavy. It's got really good loud, quiet dynamics. So that's a pretty good song. Then we have Sleepwalker, the second song, which is what I've put as one of their best riffs, and I think it's an amazing riff. Really like memorable, singable, good guitar tone. It's like everything, is pretty much a perfect riff, to be honest. Blue Mist in My Head, I've put that as a miss. Like, I wasn't that interested in it. Didn't really do much to me. Stop Beating in My Heart Like a Bass Drum was probably one of their biggest songs which I've put out. And it's interesting, like, it's kind of like a concept song. Like, it's kind of a little bit gimmicky, as in the chorus, because literally the bass drum is obviously like kind of matching, the sound of it is matching the lyrics. It's not too gimmicky, but it's, you know, a little bit of a concept going on there. Funeral next is quite a good song. So Funeral, it's a really quiet, like subdued song. I like to call them subdued songs when they're like a quiet song on a heavy album. And these songs can really kind of go either way. These songs can really like hit or miss. I'll say Funeral was an absolute hit. Like, it has a really unique and like catchy, I guess it's kind of catchy melody. So yeah, I kind of think all heavy albums should have this subdued song on it, and Funeral slaps right in the middle. And I think it works pretty well to like break up the heaviness. Pretty much like it's the function of the subdued song. So yeah, Built to Fail, I just put a miss. I wasn't that interested in it. Shame, I think Shame was a pretty interesting song. So Shame was generally quite like a mid song, like in my opinion. It wasn't that interesting, but then about halfway through, or 3/4 of the way through, it completely switches up, and it's like really takes you off guard. I'm not sure if it's a key change or what, but it's a sudden change in energy and tempo. I'm not even sure if it's a change in tempo, but it's something about the music. I'm not sure the theory of it, but really dramatically changes, and it's really like always catches my ear. Even if I'm playing it in the background at low volume, I always notice that moment in the song. The rest of the song is pretty like just standard stuff, like you wouldn't really, bat an eyelid, but then that moment there is like pretty noticeable. So I think on that it's really, really cool. As Long as You're Next to Me, I think I've put a miss. Beauty. So Beauty, this is my favourite Tigercub song by far. No, this is such an amazing song. From like the perfect riff to a perfect chorus to a pretty interesting verse as well. But yeah, I mainly like this for the chorus. This is like, it's a perfect chorus. When I heard it for the first time, it blew my mind, and I was just like, jaw drops, amazing. Yeah, the best song in my opinion. Really, really good song. Yeah, and then In the Autumn of My Years, I put miss as well. So the gist of this is that a lot of these songs are either really great or they're a miss. Because there's quite a few. There's like, about three songs which I'd consider to be a miss on this album, or 4 songs. But the rest are solid and really enjoyable. So yeah, that's all I'd say. But it's nice to see that their album after this was like an improvement in quality. So I like to see, when bands improve as opposed to kind of go stale. So yeah, it's good to see. So I'll probably end up reviewing their album before this at some point as well, because I may as well now I've done 2 of their albums, I may as well listen to their other album as well, just to kind of, for completeness. So yeah, that is As Blue as Indigo by Tigercub.